Shower since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Jones looking to throw right away. Dumps it off to Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And that one complete to Hodgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
There's the ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go throw it out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. You talk about this Giant defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Howell. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And back deep for the Giants is Dory Jackson. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0. He's got him in, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Ty Chandler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. 2nd down throw for Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll run this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Howell looking to throw again. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler, and he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough, and now 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll go play action. Howell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Howell. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Howell changing the play here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Giants' 19-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off play action. It's Howell on the move to his left. And this one too low.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on second down. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Completes this again to Shepard. Down the right sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been put at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. We're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Back to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Going right back to Dodson. He's across midfield, and he'll take this down the 4-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It's Howe with another throw. Out left to Dotson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Howe, he'll look to throw it. That's out to the flat for Gibson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howe. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Jones now throwing to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down at a yard. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau able to record his 5th sack of the season. I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It got his man complete. Now inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Hodgins, 95 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Third and long. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Deontay Banks with it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Chandler. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ty Chandler with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And Howell will throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hyatt goes in motion left. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tariq Castro Fields. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It's now 4th down.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down, Howell now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hodgins in motion. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And another negative play there as they stop him again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll go play action. Howell steps away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Howell down to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 2 1st downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41.
Back to throw. Howell. He's going to let it fly. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Gibson here running out of the gun. 112 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
10 yards. That's another Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And my goodness, another interception. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're